What's going on? I'm back. Told you guys I wasn't gonna let it go down like that. We back at it again. Come on, log on in. Let's go. Coming in blind. Coming in blind. Let's go. Coming in blind. I got my own personal space. We about to get it on and popping. Let's do this. Get on back up in here. Coming in blind. Y'all ready to elevate? Let's elevate. Coming in blind. Let's go. Peace and blessings. Welcome to the room, you guys. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. This is when we turn it up, but before we turn it up, we about to turn it out. We have to turn it out. We have to close out better than we started, right? We're in a whole nother shift change right now. We have to shift. We have to change the focus. We have to sit here and we have to go a different route. It's called the alternate route right now, you guys. I left you guys. What's up, you guys? Peace and blessing. The Invisible Crown Army is taking a position. I'm coming in blind right now. Many people had to come in blind. Who had to come in blind? If y'all remember Drumline. Drumline was with a character with Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon can play the drums. Many of you a good woman, right? You can be a woman when you want to. You can cook if you want to. You can clean if you want to. You can be this, right? But at the end of the day, you know what you can be. But let's be clear about it. Ain't nobody taught you how to be. You got to figure it out. You got to come in blind. Many of you go into relationships. What you go? You go in blind. Who else go in blind, right? You see, even with Nick Cannon, he can play the music. He just couldn't read the music. Many of you can play religion, but you cannot play relationship. Let's be clear about this part. You can play religion, but how about you learn relationship? That way you can have your own. What am I saying? I'm saying in that scenario, many of the time your leaders, spiritual leaders, they put it in front of you, but they were never able to put it up in you. That was your job. They placed it in front of you. It was your job to receive it. Come on, y'all. They placed things in front of you, but it was your job to receive it and take it in and put it where it needs to go. We didn't know this. We didn't know where it would need to go. Just like who else? Just like Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, what did he do? He was blind. Stevie Wonder was blind. He was rich. He played instruments. He played the music. He played the harmonica. He played the piano. Right? He was blind. He'd never seen, but yet he touched a woman. He done sit here and had kids. He done a whole. He done lived in a house he ain't never seen. He done put his foot in the water with the imagine that it was a pool. Come on, y'all. Y'all want to talk about Ray Charles? Ray Charles had children after children after children, and he had to come in blind. Now let's be clear. You guys, we've been blind in a lot of areas, all right? And it ain't working for us. I'm sorry. Being blind does not put money on my table. I don't know. It worked for them. It didn't work for me. It don't put happiness. It doesn't make me happy. I don't feel no love. I don't feel no joy. And I damn sure don't have no peace. Okay? This is the wrong time to be blind. This is the wrong time to get caught up on stuff that does not concern you. Okay? We need to talk about what concerns you. Because that's where the results are at. That's where the power is at. The power's in what concerns you, your well-being, your health. What is it going to take for you to have health? Let's be clear about something. That power is called clarification. When it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, and the time it's supposed to happen. Clarification. We need to clarify moving forward in this season. I told you I was going to drop this thing. I was going to drop it for you so you can get it. Once you get it, you can give it to somebody else. Many people might not like me. I understand. You don't have to like me. You ain't here to like me. I don't like you. We're not here to like people. We're here to be God expressions. We're here to express God's presence in our life and through our life. For some of you, you are in store for a bigger, better, greater miracle because God gonna use you. And when he elevates you, whoever that connects to you, they're gonna be blown back by the things that happen. What God does for you. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be healing for some people. It's going to be finances for others. It's going to be elevation, a partnership and marriage for another. It's going to be many things being birthed out of this right here. Many. But I don't want you to mess it up. I don't want you to mess it up because you don't know how to get rid of all your old low-level behaviors. You have to learn how to say goodbye. Your goodbye could mean not to somebody else. Your goodbye is to you. Goodbye. Because I'm done with what it is that's going on. Y'all don't believe this, right? Remember when Jesus came to talk to one of them disciples and that disciple said, let me go tell them goodbye. Jesus said, ain't no goodbye. This was your goodbye. Bigger, better, greater. Don't say goodbye to the past. Bigger, better, greater is when you see me gone, then that's goodbye, right? Silence is your goodbye. I don't talk to you. That means goodbye. That means we done. That's nothing to talk about. That's it. New things requires new things. New levels requires a new conversation. And right now, please don't entertain me with something that if I wanted to go watch TMZ and find out what went on, right, I would do such a thing. I heard somebody gave an interview and they said, man, this new millennium stuff is crazy. People will go to a concert, be at the concert. The artist is on the stage singing a song live in person. People are around you and they yelling, enjoying the concert. But people will rather be on the phone with virtual people showing the concert that they are actually at. Meaning you would rather entertain these people than be entertained in the present by real people. What am I saying, you guys? This is a real conversation. This is a 911 101. This is a me and you and me. This is a what we gonna do now. I don't know about some of you. You go, okay, you can't fake or fabricate, right? You can't fabricate who you are. You only can be who you are at this point. When you become real, you can see real. That's why I'm so grateful and thankful for the Invisible Crown Army. That is the highest praise I can give you guys. The Invisible Crown Army of Angels. Okay, because I know God sends his angels and he occupies your body. He puts them right there so you can get what you need. You have an angel, you have angels assisting you, helping you and supporting you to get what you desire. I'm not. Don't hurt me, don't hinder me, but at least you can show a little respect, okay? You can at least show a little respect. That's all, a little respect. If you get a new job, you get a new car, you get a little money, don't forget about me. Don't forget where you started at. Many of you forgot that you was busted, drowned, left to die. And guess what? This broadcast is what picked you up. This broadcast, you was like, you know what? I get what he actually saying. Somebody's been listening to me for years, right? Listen to me for years and say, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you, Adonis. I finally get I am my life coach. And I said, good. Do something with it. Make them pay. Make them pay by holding your position. Make them pay because now you understand what you have. Your power is your inner self. You ain't gonna make me pay. You gonna make those pay for the ones that kept you powerless. Come on now. Just because you wireless now doesn't mean you powerless now. You have power. You gotta go through God like God gotta go through you. That is an arrangement. That's the best vow that you could ever make. I told somebody, listen, what did you tell God you was gonna do if he blessed you? They like, well, I don't know. I don't know what I told God. Well, it's about time some of y'all to talk to him and let him know. It's about time you say, God, listen, if you do this for me, I will assure you I will either let this go or I will do this right here. And you better stick to that promise. What's up, everybody? This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. It takes place in 7 o'clock hour. We coming in blind right now. Okay, we coming in blind like Nick Cannon in the drum line. He played some drums, but he couldn't read the music. Come on, y'all. We had Stevie Wonder. He came in blind. Ray Charles, he came in blind. Some of you, I don't know about being blind. Blind don't work for me. I need this thing with God to work, okay? But let's talk, because this happened with Joseph. Joseph the dreamer. Where you guys left off at, he was with this little chick, but she saw him. She saw the glory in him. He saw the glory in her. He saw her holding her position. Ain't thought nothing about it. And the narrator in this story, right? And this, who was writing the story says day after day after day. That means she saw that he was legit. She saw that he was 100. The one she didn't see was her husband. The one that she didn't see is the one she's married. I'm not saying that she did the right thing. I'm not saying she did the wrong thing. I'm just saying in this scenario, let's talk about what happened. When she found that he left something, an imprint, she told her husband when he came back, the person you brought in here, he tried to make a sport out of me. You see, that's the cat and mouse game. That's what people play. When you put your little tight dress on, that's when you put your little push-up bra on. Y'all, I don't know if they still do the push-up now. I seen some people, that thing, if they jump one time, that thing will pop out, boop. But nah, what am I saying? I'm saying, you see, it's a sport now. See, it's almost like the older women is playing against the younger women. It's a sport. Who can do it the best, right? TikTok done allowed you to sit here and have free advertisement. So you can advertise now. So it's so crazy because you can sit back now and you can literally watch. You can see the competition. You can see like, man, right? Some of you, if you see some of these people, you'll be like, man, I need to step it up. No, 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 no. Don't step it up. How about you step out and keep it moving? Step out and keep it. There's so many people that done step out and done kept it moving. But if you get caught in, it's a vacuum. And when it vacuums you in, it causes you to get stuck on stupid. So what happens? The husband comes back, the master. And what he did? He says to me, what happened? She said, this servant you brought us. Wait a minute, you guys. If y'all watching the scriptures, it says you brought us. I didn't bring no servant to serve you. I put him over everything, including you, because I knew you couldn't be over him. Because if you was over him, then you would corrupt everything. But see, she had some evidence, right? That means in a conversation. Now, this is what I don't like about Joseph. Somebody argued me and said, you know, Joseph denied her. Joseph did not deny her. Joseph did something that people do not want to talk about. He raped her. That's what he did. He raped her. She yelled. I yelled and he ran, right? I yelled and he ran. What am I saying? I'm saying when she laid eyes on Joseph, okay, at that moment, she fell in love with that. So when she went to sleep at night, she saw that. She didn't see her little fat husband no more. She didn't see her little ugly husband no more. She didn't see him at all. She never saw him. She never saw the glory of God because he never had God. You see, sometimes we get with people that don't have the spirit. The spirit is attractive. Her significant partner did not have the spirit. So she wasn't thinking about him. But when you have somebody around you with the spirit, things change. Many of you got the spirit, okay? Don't lose your spirit playing games. But I'm telling you, the spirit ain't easy because at the end of the day, some of you, your problem ain't with your eyes. Your problem is with your mouth. You talk too much. Okay, and you can lose you don't sound like you got the spirit, but you do have the spirit. You got the spirit. You just don't know you got it. Remember, I told you, they put it before you. You supposed to receive it. They never put it in you. That was your job. Okay, they tried to put the spirit on you. I'm putting the Lord on you. God gonna do this. God says he gonna do what you ask him to do. You have not because you ask not. Come on, y'all. Y'all want to grow up? Let's grow up. You see, I'm putting the spirit. God, he prophesied. God said, you ask not, so you have not. Ask, and it shall be given to you. Why you ain't asking? Because you didn't know you supposed to ask. And what do you supposed to ask for? Right? You're supposed to be asking nobody. Listen. We got relationship. And this was good. Because what I like about the Potiphar's little lady, his wife, and Joseph, they had conversations day after day. And things started getting heated. I'm going to be honest with you. Things started getting heated. And when I say the person told me, you know, he didn't want to have sex and rape. No. He already had sex for her. And she had sex for him. Because it's the idea. And he thought it out. The issue was he did not go tell Potiphar, listen, your wife, she ain't in love with you. She in love with me. You know, and you see, he put him in that position, but the Lord was there too. So let's be clear. Potiphar, after she listened to him and she said he raped her, and she called out for the guards, and he was taken, right? He was taken to be put in prison. Stop right there. Many of you are in prison in some area in your life. There are many areas that makes up your life, but there are some areas that you are trapped in. That's the area that I'm talking about when it comes down to prisoners. And now notice, here's the overseer, right? The overseer, it says in scripture that there was a warden. A warden meaning they put this up for a specific reason, right? This is why I tell you to win the game, don't play the game, because there's people that's put over those areas that like drugs, like clubs, like nightclubs, like date rape drugs and stuff. There's a ruler that rules over these areas, that governs these areas. So when you walk in a thin line and you out and you having shots and shots and shots and shots, stuff happens. You're going to always need protection, because there's a warden over these areas, and you don't ever want to get caught in an area that's really you don't know nothing about. Okay? Some people are trapped in something. You're like, how do they do that? How do 5 women sleep with one? You ain't understanding what trap look like. Don't ask how, don't ask why, or your butt will be in there and you will be opening up a door, and then you will see how when you doing it, okay? Don't ask no questions to that. Some stuff you don't need the answer to. It's like, that ain't for me, so it ain't for me to know. But notice, I told you, what do we crave, you guys? We crave what? Understanding, right? We crave understanding, but people lack what? Knowledge, right? They don't have the information. You want to understand something. That's the only thing that saves us, is the fact that nobody can provide us with a good enough explanation to why you should do the stupid, or why you do the, some people do the fool for free. It's like, do this. You're like, okay, turn around, spin on your head, girl gonna lay with, okay. That's the fool. You too old for this at this point. At this point, we need understanding. Understanding is your best teacher right now. You better understand where you at. You better understand what you are. You better understand your cans and your cannots. You better understand what you got and what you do not have. And one thing you shall know, if you don't know nothing else, you don't have time to sit here. Now, let's be clear. Let's be clear. You don't have time to lose your position when you hold in your position. Let's go, you guys. Let's go deeper. You want me to go deeper? Let's go deeper. Here you go. Everybody plays the fool, but I'm not going to keep signing up for this. Let's be clear. My time is about to be up in this little foolish little role I've been in some areas now. I done played with a little money. I got it. A little money. I'm ready for the big leagues now. Okay, I don't have time to be playing with little people on small levels. Everybody play the fool, but I'm not going to keep on signing up for the same role. Okay, I'm not going to keep on doing the same thing. It's about time you outgrow the position you in. Do you understand? Here it come right here. Joseph, after he did not do this with this lady, notice I don't say she's wrong because of what she wanted. What she wanted was a trigger to who she is. She should be with somebody in the house. She should be, but he was not in the house. Obviously, he was on a road trip. Obviously, he was gone. She's not wrong for what going on in the house. Well, what am I saying? Joseph was over what was going on in the house and out the house. There's an inner house and an outer house. Some of you want something in the house, but your butt be on the outside the house. You be out the house more than you are in the house. What am I saying? You gossip more than you sit here and talk about how can I better what's going on up in here? How can I better and strengthen who I am? It ain't about what they give to me. It's what I'm willing to release to them. When I see them, you got to have something to give. Even a sinner had perfume for Jesus. She didn't say, well, dang, I ain't never met him before. She came with what she had and it smelled good. Some of you ask yourself, what you give, do it smell good? Well, again, the king wasn't in the house. She had to wait till he come back. He left somebody over the house because he never been over the house. He never been over the house because he never had the Spirit of God. He had to get the man of God to get the Spirit of God. Some people are connected to you. And then mark my words, the Lord is so in you, that they need you. But you better make sure you know what you need in the process. I didn't say you finna sit here and solicit the Spirit. I said you still need to know what you need. You can spend all your day watching them and forget that you got to do this thing for yourself. So here it is. He had a one-on-one. He left something. She used what he left against him. And it got him thrown in what? In jail. But the Lord had favor even in the bad place. He put him over what it is he was thrown in. Some of you too grown for some of that foolishness you dealing with. You done outgrew it, but you the adult to the foolishness you've been in, okay? Recognize you in it, and you at the head, and if anybody getting released from this mess, it will be you. If anybody getting released from this, it will be Adonis. I done been going around here so much that I should know how to get the hell up out of here at this point. But I have to wait for the door to open because you done been here so long that you done learned the ins and outs to this. But God cannot release you until some other people get released first. They have to get released before you get released. And that's why some people left you where you at right now, because they got released and you still there. And some of you, until you change your attitude and recognize it's supposed to went like this. You see, Joseph was in jail now, but the Lord, who was with him in the beginning, before the jail, when he was over the house, the Lord was with him. When he got caught up in a scandal, a situation, I didn't know she was going to fall in love and like me. I didn't make my fault. But then she thought it was a game right now. She won't come in the bathroom while I'm taking a shower. She want to sit here and she want to sit here and come around in the area where I'm at now. And I ain't gonna act like I ain't gonna look at it. I've seen it a couple times. You get what I'm saying? It's just how it works. That's how it is. And so now here come the words now. Hey, man, let's go and do it. Wait a minute now. We could have just did it. But you want to talk about it. And when you talk about it, I'm not stupid. I can understand it. Let's understand something, girl. Now, you probably could have, snuck a kiss here and there or whatever, but you can't sit down and have a conversation. Don't think the Lord ain't present. Okay? Let's not talk about it. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. Even if we do wrong, you going to know what right is. But we ain't going to take right and turn it wrong and then act like you didn't do anything. And see, when she got a chance to talk to the husband, the only one who owed him an explanation was the one who pledged a vow to him. Joseph never pledged no vow to him. He didn't have a vow with him. You get what I'm saying? He did everything he's supposed to do, and it still didn't work out in his favor. But when you have a vow with someone, that means you connected and locked in. And that means even though, girl, I know you lying. I know you lying because you crazy, girl. I'm looking at him. He's the man of God. He got favor on him. I see it, but he works for me. Okay, at the end of the day. And now I got to throw him in prison so I can remind you who got the power, but he got the favor. Who got the power? I got power, but she didn't want power. She wanted favor. Come on, y'all. She didn't want somebody that had the money and tell people to sit, tell people to move. She didn't want a boss pimp. She didn't want, remember how people wanted the Timberland, woman from the dirty South? I want some comeback boots. You know what I'm saying? He gotta be whatever the song is. If you're looking for me, he gotta be fresh. If you're looking for me, I want a country, whatever that guy is. Beyonce was talking about with Timberland boots. She want a thug, okay? The king, he wasn't even a king. He wasn't even King Potiphar. He was just somebody that was in the world of Egypt. A lot of these people y'all calling kings ain't kings. They just in Egypt, low-level places, and they make some rules and regulations that you just so happen to live in. Now, guess what? This man goes to jail, right? He's in the jail, but God put him over that. Some of you are in jail with me. I'm over the jail. Some of you gonna get out the jail, or some people got out the jail and you still stuck in the jail. Come on, Nicole. Let's go, Rita. Let's go, Sonia. Let's go, Felicia. You are over the jail, right? You are over the jail, and the people that's in here are in here. They was in here before you got here. So you come in now like, what's going on? What's happening, right? People telling you what I'm doing. You look like been there, done that. See, you supposed to witness on God's behalf, but he had to bring some people around you. They didn't get there when you got there. They was already there when God shipped you there. You wonder, how I get in here, God? You hate me. I messed up. Listen, the Lord ain't thinking you ain't do nothing. This is part of your test. Now, when Joseph got in here, and I'm going to be done, you guys, I'm done. When Joseph got in here, he's placed over the jail. That means he had the same authority that he had over the house. He went from the house to the jail. This is a new place he ain't never been before, but he's over here now. You in your life and where you at, you in a new place right now. You guys, I need y'all to know one thing and one thing only. If you don't put the attention back on yourself, and it's called self-reflection, this is not a religious thing. This is a relationship thing. They put the stuff before you, but nobody told you you're supposed to receive it yourself. Nobody told you how to put it encoded inside you. Nobody told you what to do with this information to empower who you are. So some of us, we are powerless, but not anymore. Today, I look to give you a new concept, an inner concept that will help you with you. I'm going to keep till I leave this earth pushing the same message. Bigger, better, greater is linked to I Am My Life Coach. Only one who knows what this looks like will be you. Don't you sit here and mess around and have to live blind all your life. At some point, God is trying to take you somewhere. I get it. Your next level is a blind level. You don't know what to expect, but he gave you 5 P's. That means if you properly prepare yourself, you will prevent poor performance. God is only concerned about how well you perform right now. And for some of you, you get a little money and you lose your mind. You want to go get your hair done. You want to change your face. You know what I'm saying? You want to sit here and do all this other stuff. And God needs your heart is what needs to change, not your attitude. See, because the more you make alteration outwardly is the more you're going to draw to you. And some of you can't handle what's being drawn to you. And you're going to run, right? You're going to run from that guy in the club. That man going to be following you home now. He's all in your DM right now, typing and stuff. Girl, I seen you at the high. You like, how you know? How? He said, girl, I seen you before. When you just at so-and-so party, you looking like, how he know? Yeah, you was at the little birthday party last week. You looking like, yeah, I was there. You like, man, you looked real nice, right? You looking like, oh, well, thank you. All the time, he was never there. I didn't see you. All the time, he done picked you up off of your Instagram. He done sit here and went through, studied your pictures. You done wrote the whole description. Celebrate me, my girl, Mimi, Keisha, Shoanne, Sean, Miko, Meet Me, Felicia. That's how he knew who your name was. But you don't know. You trying to figure out, oh, yeah, he must have known me. Hey, you put all your information up. You put up every picture in your house. They know what your house look like, your bathroom look like. They can sit here and pick all your pictures you done posted, put them all together. I guarantee you they got an inner, what they call them things when they view your house, open house to your house. All they gotta do is go to your page. You showing how what your bedroom look like, your bathroom look like, your basement look like. I just got my kitchen redone. Look at my refrigerator. They know what your crock pot look like. They know what your dining table look like. You're too crazy to sit here and block out your license plate and you put your damn address up. So at the same time, you're not hard to find at all. And now you got to deal with something you shouldn't be dealing with. And that's what Joseph got dealt with. And just off of that stupidity, God put him in a bad place. Just like God put you in a bad place. But you are over the place that God put you in. Come on, y'all. That's the message. Thank God for still putting you over the place that you really don't deserve to be in. Some of you, you are in prison. You are in low energy places. Low energy meaning I don't have a lot of access, AJ. Adonis, you don't have a lot of access. I know I don't got a lot of access. My money don't allow me to do what I should be able to do. I feel like I could do this much, but based on my money, I only could do this much. And I'm like, God, come on now. Lord, I feel like I could do more, but this is not it. This ain't it right now. What am I saying? I'm saying for many of you, you feel like you this, but you ain't mastered this. You got to master this right here. You got to master your mouth. You got to master sitting still. You got to master putting yourself together. Image is very, very important. I'm going to hit you with the rude awakening. Come Saturday, I'm going to close us out in prayer, you guys, because I said I was going to be good over this particular feed right now. But if I had to bring it to a closing, this is amazing. Joseph was put over the prison that he was in. He should not have been in there. But God put him there, so that's where he needed to be. Some of you shouldn't be in where you at right now. You bigger, you better, and you greater than where you at. But we don't want to keep trying to pray evil away. We need to talk to evil and find out, why are you here? Back in the day, if somebody showed up at your mama's house for looking for you, they'd be like, who is you? What you want with my daughter? What you doing here? What you gonna do for her? See, your mama, she was bold because she understood that little dude don't mean you no good, don't bring you nothing. What you doing in my door? Don't you have nobody come and ring on my bell? See, you gotta understand something. You gotta address the problem. You gotta address the issue. For many of you, your issue ain't outwardly, your issue is inwardly. Your issue is when it's time to stop playing games. Ain't nobody trying to make a sport out of you. You trying to make a sport out of life. Let's just get it right. Her mind said he's trying to play games. Ain't nobody got time to play no games. Just don't play. That's it. Sounds simple, right? Joseph meets some people that was already there. And what ended up happening? He expressed to them bigger, better, greater. He showed them the inner concept and told them they about to get released. Some of you about to get released. But when you're getting released, don't forget about the Invisible Crown Army. And don't forget about I Am My Life Coach. That will help you when you get released. Ain't nobody trying to hold you. Go on, do bigger, do better, do greater. But don't forget the grounding. Don't forget what you receive, because you forget that. You forget the Lord. You forget God. And then you're going to slip, fall. And by that time, we're going to be done changed our position, Sonya. We're going to be somewhere else on a whole nother level. Okay? That fall is critical. You guys, that's been my time, man. I had fun. Let me just give us a little prayer right quick. And I appreciate you guys, as my dedication to this broadcast, because God said I have to give something if I want something. I feel like it's the same with you. You have to give something in order to get something. Give your time to yourself, and God will plant something inside of you. I might be the one that plant the seed. You might be the one that's called to water the seed. God will grow the seed. Then again, somebody else might have planted that seed and it wasn't good. And I had to dig it up, get it out, and I had to put the new one in. So you can water it now, because God don't want nobody controlling his hallelujah and his glory and his thank you that's supposed to come out your mouth. He don't want nobody else to have to tell you what you should be telling him already. Okay? Because you know what God is doing for you. You know what God is doing for you. You know what God has done for you. But most importantly, you need to get your confessions together, and you need to get your requests together so you can know what God is about to do for you. Okay? He's about to do more for you, because only you know you got to ask for more in order to get more. And some of you don't want to ask, but you're going to ask today. You're going to ask. He's finna send people to you. They're going to work for you. Okay? But you're going to have to be the one. You ain't never had control of nobody in your life. But you know how to control somebody else or everybody else. Control yourself. Calm yourself down. Remember, God said, be anxious for what? For nothing. I'm going to be the one who send the people that are going to have to work for you. I'm going to put you over the people that's in prison, and you're going to be the one that have to encourage them as they get released. Okay? I might can't get released until he sends somebody else to take my place. Somebody ain't going to get up out of their position until God frees somebody else from another position. You going to get their job, but he ain't going to fire them. He's going to shift them and move them. They're going to either move away to another state. They're going to relocate, and that's how the position going to open up for you. And that's how you going in. Somebody else got to get shifted in order. So please don't mess it all up playing games, okay? Don't play the game, and then you win. That's it. Father God, I want to thank you for what you have done. God, even though you changed our location and you're giving us a new area right now, just like you put Joseph in a new place he ain't never been. He been in situations, but he had smart enough to know that, listen, I get the spirit. I get the love thing. But at the same time, you made a vow to something earthly. And you said it's better not to make a vow than to break a vow, God. So I thank you that he reminded them of their vow to hold their position, and yet when the heat got on, he actually left something, and he left an imprint, and in that imprint, just like Cinderella left an imprint on the prince, he got placed in a situation. But God, you never left him. You never forsaked him. You continue to empower him and allow him to empower others. So I thank you today for using me and hope that I might empower somebody in a different way, that they can be effective in their lines of communication and effective in their walk called life. And it's all for your name's sake, God. Thank you. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen. Peace and blessings, you guys. That's it. We're in a new place. Vanessa, you late, but you need to start logging on. I think our broadcast be popping. I think we should now be able to say we got something special here going, okay? We got something special, right? Thank you, Marie. Peace and blessings. Thank you, Vanessa. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, Shantae. Thank you, Toya. Amen. Yes, God. And I think, like I said, you guys, all we have to do is remember, if you had somebody that was speaking your language, you would get better results. I speak in layman's terms for a reason. I'm not trying to use all these big high words. I don't need none that I need a dictionary to try to break down. Make it plain, make it simple, right? If I couldn't understand English, then in the sign language, do it in sign language. You don't need special words for sign language, do you? No, you trying to communicate. For many of us, we just trying to communicate. Thank you, Gabrielle and Marie, right? We just trying to communicate right now. And all I'm trying to do is communicate. I'm not trying to run from my past. I'm not trying to run from the present. I'm just trying to address it so that I know I'm going somewhere else. I know God got something better for us. And we can get there as soon as we master this next level that he's putting us in right now. So thank you guys for this time. Peace out.